Hello there, friends. This is Peter Sanchez, aka the King Zero. I'm back. Oh, whoops. Keep the light still. Bing! Anyway, say it. This is the King Zero once more, and I'm back. And I'd like to give a shout out to my new guy subscribers. Woo! I got some guys now are subscribed to my channel. Woo! Go Bros! Anyway, but yeah. Nothing against you women subscribers. That's okay, that's okay. It's okay. It's just that it's finally a possibility that I have guys that are following me. Yes! Anyway. It's a bro code thing, I guess you could say. Anywho. So, back to the thing. Back to the topic of the day. The guitar. So, since for one, I've already, I might be getting a job soon. This camera might change. I may not be recording on my phone anymore. I might actually be using a real camera. Wow! Anyway. And plus, with this guitar, I'm starting to learn a little more. And I've got a new song coming up, a new song tutorial. And now to the fun part. The part of the video you've been probably waiting for a while. And I take like a minute and a half to say this basically. Anywho, so this is how you can read notes. So first, I'd like you to grab a pen and pencil, or pen and paper. Sorry. Anyway, or pencil and paper. You have the power. Sorry. Anywho, and I'd like you to write out this. So, when you're playing the piano, you know. Anyway. You know how it starts off with A and then it ends with G? Well, that's your scale. That's basically like from A to G. Now, and then there's sharps and flats in between. So, technically, it would be from A to G sharp. But yeah. But I'll show you how to write this out. So, first, right, now you have your pen and paper, right? Okay, that's good. So this is how it works. So you take your piece of paper, and you write A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp. And then it repeats all over again. The reason why I tell you to write this down is so that it'll be much easier to know how to read sheet music and play it on the guitar. So once you learn how to play sheet music, then you need to learn how to play it on the guitar, because, hey, you can learn all about the scales and how to play it on the piano, but how does what's on paper translate to the guitar? So with sheet music, this is how it works. So, you remember how I told you about, like, in standard tuning it's E, A, D, G, B, E, right? Well, you start off with E. That's when it's open. But then you go down to the 3rd fret, and it's G. Especially for you bass players, you probably already know that. So yeah, it goes E, F, F sharp, G. Same thing with the A string. A sharp, B, C. And that's how it works. And you go down all the way, and on the top, and from here to the 12th fret, the E starts all over again. And it goes E, and all that stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 9, 12. And yeah, that's how it works. So yeah. And now for those simple chords I promised you. So, these are some basic chords for you. So, this is going to be a little harder to explain. So, these are some simple chords and some simple songs, so yeah. So, for G, for example, there's 2 ways to play G. There's a more nicer, more richer sound, and there's just regular G, which still works. It still plays the song right. Anywho, so how you play G is simple. Ring finger is on 3rd fret E string. Middle finger is on 3rd fret E string, top E string. and then your index fingers on the 2nd fret A string, and you play all the strings. The only difference with the more melodic version and more richer sound for this is that you put your finger, these two fingers, you put right beside each other on the same fret. So that way you're covering E, the 2nd fret on E and the A string, on the B string, E and the B string, sorry. So that way, that's how it sounds. So this is probably one more simple ways to do it. So yeah, I've even seen people who do it with their pinky, who hit the same places and leave their index open like this. That's how my dad plays it, and I've seen other people play it too. Anywho, let me move the camera so that way you can see the guitar more. Anywho, there's also 2 positions to play guitar in, for example. So, there's classical position, which currently I'm doing by balancing this end of the guitar like this. And all that stuff. And it's sometimes a lot more easier to play chords, for example. But then again, there's folk position, which is a lot more common, but it's still sometimes a little more harder to hit the chords. I'll lower the camera for you. Sometimes, but yeah. And if you're wondering what I'm playing right here, it's called a bar chord. Now, this is a slightly harder thing to play. So this is how it goes off. Sorry, this is how it starts off. So you put your index finger and you bar like this. Versus, that's how it will sound differently. And then you play something like this. Now that's G, just like this is G. Make sense? You can play all you need to do is that each chord is made up of certain notes, like I showed you. But the chord, so that means, but since so many notes can be found all over the fretboard, you can find a G here and here, even though they're in 2 different places. It's still the same chord. Anywho, so yeah, and I guess I've showed you bar chords. I've showed you how to translate what's on paper, the sheet music, onto this. Oh, and some other simpler chords that I'll show you. I'll show you how to play D major. It's very nice. So here's how you play it. So you take your 2 fingers right here, peace sign, anyway, and then you put your middle finger on bottom E string, 2nd fret, and your index finger on, let's see here, G string, 2nd fret, and then you put your ring finger on 3rd fret B string, and then you strum the bottom 4 strings. And yeah, so now you learn. So now, if you've never learned any guitar in your life, now you know G and D. And yeah, this next chord is C. And we'll learn that in the next video. Anywho, though, just nice to say hello, and since summer's coming up, I think I might as well make this video because summer's coming up and all that, so just a quick update. I'll be able to make a lot more videos, and yeah. Anywho, one more thing I want to talk about. One really quick thing. So yeah. So, another cool thing about the guitar is there's something known as scales, and this is how you play it. And that was the C scale. That was the C, maybe C major, I guess. C major scale. And that's playing C from here and ending with C over here. Anyway, and yeah, so it goes. And yeah, you kind of figured it out. If you haven't figured it out already, yeah, and you. So that I don't lose all my audience right now, I'll stop the video. And by the way, thanks again for subscribing, and tell people about this channel, share this video for those guitarists out there. And I recently watched my video about the last video I made. Yeah, it was a bit long, it was a bit boring, so sorry for that, and sorry if this long video is long and boring too. Anywho, have a nice day. This is the King Zero signing out. God bless, and peace be unto you. Hello, new subscribers.